Hi, welcome back to another video of the Price Action Corner with Gigi of theboringtrader.com. In this video, I will talk about how sometimes a trading day could be dull and, yes, boring, but in a particularly boring way. In these circumstances, sometimes a trader's strengths and discipline can prevent from getting into some lower probability trades, because sometimes markets talk a lot without saying anything meaningful. And I will show an example of this. This is the DAX index before London Open on Friday the 12th of March. And first of all, we want to look at the battleground, the map. What are we seeing here? We traced this important psychological level, 14,500, 14,600. Also, we're looking at places where support and resistance have been recorded. It's quite easy to see that this is a pretty big support, and the market have tried and failed to test this and break this. There has been a little success here just before London Open, but it has been rejected, and they are trying again. I will extend this area to include this S1 here. The other important point is obviously this 14,500 level here, and also I would like to extend this level here. This is an important level where there has been substantial resistance that has become then support. If they break this level here, they will probably try this S2, which happens to be at the same level as this area here. So I think that this could be another important point. So we open here. See the volume actually increases dramatically because of the open. And the first thing we see is that the bear has managed to push through very easily this 14,500 level. This is a very important information. And another equally important information is that the bulls have found their feet here at this S2 level with this area here. And they actually pushed up quite forcefully. So the situation here is quite fluid. There could well be that this is just a reaction from this enormous strength of the bears, and the bull can actually manage to reach these points, and then the bears in control again, or the bulls should try to push the market to where it started, and at the moment we don't really know. There's no real indication of what the market is trying to do. And the next bar is confirming this. The bears managed actually to stop the bulls' reaction on the 14,500. They pushed the market down, again retesting this important area here, but they were pushed back up from the bulls. So nothing really telling us what the momentum is and where the market is heading to. Another useless, in a way, bar. There's no useless bar, but it doesn't tell us much. This is a more forceful attempt of the bulls to push up. So now we're having some new information. The information is that the bears have managed to test this level twice. They tried the third time, and the bulls are actually in control. So this would be probably a good place in general terms to see if there is a continuation of this very assertive bullish bar. I wouldn't enter, however, here because it's basically on S1 and on this area here, which we know was a pretty strong support and may become a pretty strong resistance now. So again, there's no rush. I just need to see what's the reaction of the bear at this stage. And the reaction is not difficult to see. They are pushing back. So in our battleground, we can see that there are two trenches now. This is the trench where the bears are making a stand, and this is the trench where the bulls are making a stand. And in between, there is this important psychological level. So it is quite likely that there's going to be a range on this, because you need a particularly big momentum, or particularly something that will move the market away from this level. And there is no important news in the morning. So really, the idea now is to expect a range. The bears are pushing back up, back down. They're retesting the 14,500, and the bulls are stopping the market there. So it looks as if there is a balance between bulls and the bears at this particular point, and it is this big psychological level. So is there any position I would like to take? Well, at the moment there isn't. I really don't know. I could try a short here to see if they're going to retest this level here. I could try a long to see if they're going to break this one here. Probably a short is more likely because there are less obstacles. But I wouldn't. This would really be a punt. It would be not a high probability trade in any case. And the stakes are pretty high, because if you go short here, where do you put the stop? You should put it up here. To test this one here, you have less than 1-to-1 risk reward. So it's better to keep powders dry. That's the attempt, and this is where the bulls are remaking the stand quite forcefully. And you see that actually every time that there is a peak on one side or the other, the volume is slightly higher than the previous volume bars. So there is a lot of ammunition still on the bears and the bulls side. The bears are trying again, but as you can see, it's just a game of cat and mouse without anybody gaining anything really. So why do you want to trade these markets? Just don't. Some people at this stage will switch into a 1 minute bar, try to get some scalping. But what the market is telling you is that there is no direction. If there is no direction, it's very, very difficult to make money. So I will really stay out. What are my what are the things that I'm looking for? Well, probably the break of this level here, especially if some tension will mount, and they will try and try and try without ever giving up. And when they give up, the bulls will have a chance to get back up and test this level here. So probably something with a little bit of buffer, a short down here. I wouldn't take a long under any circumstances at the moment until I see something completely new, actually. Something else to notice is that it's very, very difficult to keep focus and keep the attention sharp when you are in a position like that, because every 5 minutes you can go back and look at what the market are doing, or you can be watching all the time and you doing nothing. And now it's what, 9:35, and really there's nothing to show for your time in front of the screen. But this is good. You have to keep out of this market because there's nothing to do, at least in my opinion. This level here is confirming that it's important, and this level here hasn't even been tested. So again, the case for a short is getting bigger, but not big enough. Now, this is an interesting point. I will actually stop here and discuss about this on the part 2 of the video. So see you in a bit.